And like you said, it's the violence, right? When he caught there, he covered the field and just delivered the blow. Didn't
And you
like
can
try
see the
to.
ball pop out. So,
Yeah, the ball
yeah,
flies out. Like
yeah.
that's what it's supposed to look like. How to Get a College Football Scholarship, a series where we evaluate active high school football players and share feedback on their game film, as well as reveal at the end what divisions they have the best chance to get a college football scholarship at. And then ultimately, the most important piece is what they need to do to get to the next level. Now, doing these evaluations is myself and our head coach here at Next Play, who has 15 years of Division One college football recruiting experience. Just recently, actually, at the University of Arkansas, who built their whole Division One recruiting department. So none other than Mr. Brian Overton. Thanks for being here, man, and really excited to do an evaluation. And let's jump right into it. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to jump right into Mr. Colton Robertson. So I got it pulled up here, Brian. Anything you want to share before we jump into this?
No, just a really good young player here, guys. We obviously do a lot of evaluations here. It's really tough as a young player, to get a high
2028.
evaluation. It's just tough, only because a lot of reasons. You have so much room to grow, and a lot of things can happen. So, just really excited about this young player here as we get into it.
Cool. All right, so let's jump right into it. So we're gonna start at play 9. So we got him right here.
Cone plays a lot of, he plays safety slash nickel, and you can see here, right here, it shows football instincts. He undercuts the crossing route here. He covers ground while he's doing it. So he's doing it while in motion, and that's a big
Yeah.
deal right there. Being instinctual and knowing where he needed to be at a good angle to undercut the route. He makes a good play on the intercept. This is what I love too, guys. I love this run after catch. He's just not satisfied with intercepting the ball. He's trying to put it in the end zone. Defensive coaches love this, whether he gets in there or not. But he just gained his team about 40 yards, of field position. So they love that. He didn't run over there and run out of bounds. So really good play there. Really good play.
Cool. So let's jump right here to the next one.
And
It's
now
got
here,
right here.
yep. Now here at 34 seconds. So it looks like they were disguising the coverage, trying to head him over to the middle field, so the ball was snapped like mid play. Okay. So he was able to redirect once he saw the ball heading outside, with the quarterback, and he covers a ton of ground here, and he gets there violently, guys. He took a really
That's
good
the
angle.
hit.
And this is what I'm talking about, when I talk about covering ground. See the ground he covered there? The runner covered about 4 or 5 yards. He covered about 15 yards from the time, he put his foot in the ground. Okay. So that was a
Mhm.
really good play there, redirecting, seeing what was going on. And when he got there with physicality, which is obviously huge at any position on defense, but especially playing in the back end like that. That's at a premium, especially for a young player, and playing on
Yeah.
the back end and coming that far and covering that much ground. That was hash to hash.
Yeah. And like you said, it's the violence, right? When he caught there, he covered the field and just delivered the blow. Didn't
And you
like
can
try
see the
to.
ball pop out. So,
Yeah, the ball
yeah,
flies out. Like
yeah,
that's what it's supposed to look like, right?
no doubt. No doubt.
Um,
Really good
that's
play.
really, really, really good. Okay, so let's jump up here to the 1 minute mark. Okay, so we got him
Okay.
right here.
Yep. So now he's playing here as more of a strong safety, more off the ball look. I like this play because for a couple of reasons. One, again, he shows instincts. He's diagnosed it really fast. He's coming downhill, and I love this block destruction. Boom, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't lose ground, didn't even just hold his ground. He gained ground on this block with this block destruction and gained about 3 or 4 yards. And then at the same time, went in there in a good football position, stuck his face on the ball carrier, made a really good tackle. So for all those
Yeah.
reasons, I had him move this up. I had this as his third best play because it shows early in the tape that he's willing to go in there and not just hold his ground on blocks, but be committed to block destruction and gaining ground, and also being able to get in the mix and make the tackle in traffic. So really good
Yeah.
play.
So well done. Like that's it right here. Come down, sees the play, doesn't hesitate. Go. Shed the block. Nice tackle. And I always say, man, I want to see him lay him out. But Brian's always like, nah, we just got to make sure he gets him to the ground.
Big
Most
hits are
important.
great, man. And you saw the big hit the play before, so it's in there, but you always don't get an opportunity to do that. And understand, just because what Richie said, I want to explain something to you. Shedding a block and block destruction is two different things. They're both good on defense as long as you're gaining ground, but especially if you're willing to go in there and butt somebody up. And block destruction is you and him face to face and you win. Okay, for lack of a better way to put it, he goes backwards, you gain ground, and you destroyed the block. Okay, shedding a block, depending on the play, maybe gripping and ripping, running through. All those are good plays, but that's why I was referencing it as the block destruction. Same thing on the defensive line. You'll hear us say a lot, on pulling guards and things like that. Those guys that are willing to stand in there and have some block destruction and screw up the play. So I just wanted to make sure everybody
Yeah.
understood the difference in those two.
Appreciate
Why
that.
I was
Yeah.
using different terminology.
See, got it. We got to get the terminology right. My bad. All
Everybody
right, I
says
like
it
it.
differently, but that's just that's
Yeah.
my
No,
terminology.
no, no. It's important. It's important that
Yeah.
they know, that they
Yeah.
understand it. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate that. All right, let's jump to 210. Wait, where is he? Okay, here we go. All right, right here.
Yep. So up closer to the line of scrimmage here, still playing like a strong safety tight position. And again, same thing here. Diagnosing the play, knowing the angle to take. All right, covering ground. All right. Now he helped himself. All right, this may be small, but if you take it back to the beginning, okay, this shows football IQ, guys. Like see with the motion, he never stopped. So he got a little bit of motion. They're playing man coverage, it looks like, and his guy goes in motion, right? So he gained ground on the motion by not just standing flat-footed, and as soon as he diagnosed it, he was gone. Okay, this kid plays with no hesitation, which shows really good football IQ and good instincts, right? And again, he gets there, he gets there angry, right? Is that a huge hit? No, but is it a tackle? A spot tackle? Yes, it is. Like, the guy fell forward a little bit, because of the guy coming behind him. But again, for a young, you got to remember now, everything that factors into what we're saying is his class year, right? This is a young player who's only going to get better. So he's showing some things, really early on that really get you intrigued in that if he does certain things going forward, that it's just going to get better and better. So I highly recommend it after watching his tape that these be his first 4 plays.
Cool. Yeah, that's really good feedback. And obviously, we're not going to go through the whole tape on this video, but essentially, we went through the entire tape, came up with the 4 top plays that we want to move to the front, right? Because this is what college coaches are looking at, and a lot of people just put together their highlight tape and send it out to coaches. And if you're not if you're just front loading it with what you believe are your best plays, college coaches could be watching your video and then moving on to the next video where you have really good plays in your highlight tape that if you front load it properly with what coaches are looking for, you could be getting more responses from coaches. Coaches could be more interested in you. So Brian does a really good job of finding those plays and then making sure they get to the front of the highlight video. So let's jump into what everyone's looking for, Brian. What division? He's 2028. We're talking young. But based on what you've seen to this point, what divisions should he be targeting?
So right now, based on, and again, we didn't go through the whole tape. Obviously, I did, so I have a bigger body of work, and we're just showing you some in particular, just as far as structuring the highlight tape. But based on what I saw through the whole tape, and his size, he's a good sized kid for a freshman, and for all the reasons we talked about, on the tape. If I was him, I would be targeting right now. He's a no-brainer. If he got no better, which is not going to happen, but if he got no better, and he stayed the same for the next 3 years, he's a slam dunk Division II, scholarship player. But that's not going to happen. So if I was him, heading into the off season and into the summer, I would be targeting FCS and G5 schools. Okay. I think that I'm not even sure that that's his ceiling. That's probably, and again, guys, keep this in context, right? We don't know the regimen of these kids, resources they have available, and all those things. So right. I'm just assuming that they're going to get a little bit better, every year. And some of them may get a lot better. So this may not be this kid's ceiling. But right now, I feel really comfortable that being a sweet spot for him, for schools to target with outreach and camps this summer. Okay, I think he could go to some camps at the FCS G5 level this summer. And he may not, because how young he is. Some guys are really skeptical offering kids this young. But without a doubt could get on a lot of radars of those schools, and maybe even some Power 4 schools because of his youth. They may see it the same way I do and see tremendous upside and may end up wanting to put his name at least on, their 2028 list. It's probably not a board yet, but may want to put it on a 2028 list just to keep following and tracking so they know the name when it pops up again. But for sure, with this outreach, as far as sending tape and starting to build relationships with some coaches that I think he can get maybe early offers from, SCS and G5, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love it. And he's 6'170" as a freshman.
It's a great size. There's seniors out there that are, that size that aren't, and you don't have that tape. So, yeah.
This guy is in college. So,
Good
a
player.
lot of potential there. Really, really good stuff. So awesome, Brian. Really appreciate you jumping on and walking through this evaluation. Obviously, we do these, and we do a lot of these, right? A lot of evaluations, even on a daily basis. So, appreciate you taking time out to walk us through this particular evaluation. If you'd like to get a professional evaluation for your son, we'll leave a link in the description below. And if you got value from this video and you'd like to see previous evaluations of different athletes in different positions, then you'll want to watch this video right here.